15 most brutal fouls that'll make you cringe, gasp, and maybe even shout at your screen. Yes, let's not wait anymore. Number 15. So take a look at Bayern Munich versus Ajax Amsterdam in the 2018 UEFA Champions League. It's the final match of the group stage. Tensions are high and both teams are giving it their all. Then, in the 75th minute, chaos erupts. Muller, who's usually the good guy, goes for a high kick to reach a pass. But here's the twist. He doesn't see the Ajax player going for a header. Bam! A direct hit to Tagliafico's forehead with those boot studs caused a nasty laceration. Ouch! Tagliafico gets patched up on the field. Thank goodness he could carry on. But what about Muller? Well, he gets the red card and an early shower. Talk about a game changer. This foul might have been unintentional, but it did shake things up. And trust me, the top 3 fouls on our list? Utterly brutal, no doubt about it. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up before we dive in. Number 14. It's the 1990 World Cup in Italy, and Cameroon just pulled off a jaw-dropping win against defending champs Argentina, sealing the deal with a 1-0 victory in the opening match. But hold on to your seats, because there's a moment from that game that's etched into football history forever. Right before the final whistle, as Argentina makes one last desperate push with Claudio Caniggia leading the charge, boom! Caniggia gets taken down with a tackle that's straight out of a nightmare. Red card, straight off the field. Talk about intense. This foul? It's not just bad, it's etched in the annals of World Cup history as one of the worst. Number 13. It's the quarterfinals of the Spanish Copa del Rey, and it's the ultimate showdown. Barcelona versus Real Madrid. Messi, the football maestro, is making his signature run towards the goal. But wait for it, Bam. He gets taken down in a crunching tackle that leaves him writhing in pain on the ground. And who's the culprit? None other than Pepe is known for his aggressive style. But here's where it gets wild. While Messi's on the turf, Pepe decides to step on his hand. Ouch! Messi's screaming. Barcelona's going ballistic, but guess what? The ref misses it and there's no VAR to save the day. Messi toughs it out, gets back up, and guess what? He scores the winning goal against Real. Pepe tries to apologize, but sorry mate, it looked anything but accidental. Number 12. It was 1988. Rangers are facing off against Steaua Bucharest. And let me tell you, it's rough out there. Rangers, known for their tough style, are giving it their all, but Graham Souness takes it to a whole new level. This tackle? It's not just reckless, it's downright dangerous. Back then, boot studs were made of iron, not plastic, and when Souness goes in for the challenge, the poor guy on the receiving end? He's rushed to the hospital for emergency surgery. Can you believe it? His lymph node burst and it could have been life-threatening. Thank the football gods, he pulls through. But here's the thing, Souness doesn't even get a card for his brutal foul. Number 11. Alright, let's go straight to England, Premier League, where things get physical, and John Terry. Well, he's one tough guy. But in a League Cup match between Chelsea and Arsenal, Terry goes in for a header during the final phase, aiming to show off his skills. But guess what? Terry ends up knocked out cold. Yep, you heard it right. He swallows his tongue, stops breathing for a moment, and needs urgent treatment on the field. Scary, right? But here's the silver lining. Terry pulls through, although he can't recall a thing about the incident. And hey, guess what? Drogba swoops in and scores the winning goal, clinching the victory for Chelsea. Number 10. The 2011 Spanish Super Cup, Real Madrid versus Barcelona, and tensions are running sky high. Barcelona's leading 3-2, and it's the final minutes of extra time. But wait for it. Marcelo goes in for a tackle on Fabregas, and it's brutal. Pure frustration takes over as Marcelo lunges from behind. And bam! Straight red card! Mourinho, the Real Madrid coach, gets in on the action by pinching the ear of the Barca coach, Piqué. Yep, you heard it right. Chaos follows as players push and shove, and before you know it, there's a full-blown scuffle on the field. Marcelo, Ozil, Piqué, David Villa. They all see red and have to watch the final seconds from the sidelines. Number 9. Alright, it's 2009. Axel Witsel, a rising star, was making waves with Standard Liège, part of Belgium's golden generation. But here's where things take a sharp turn. During a heated match against Anderlecht, Witsel finds himself in the eye of the storm. In a moment of chaos, he goes in for a challenge that ends in disaster, breaking his opponent's leg. Ouch! With a red card in hand, Witsel's suspended for a whopping 8 matches. Talk about a game changer, eh? But Witsel claims it was all unintentional. Number 8. Let's go back to the climax of the 2010 FIFA World Cup. Netherlands versus Spain, a clash of titans with Robben on one side and Iniesta and Xavi on the other. It's the 28th minute, tensions thick in the air, and then boom! De Jong channels his inner kung fu master against Alonso. Can you believe it? The Spanish players are fuming, and can you blame them? Howard Webb only flashes a yellow card. Talk about a close call. Thankfully, Alonso toughs it out and keeps playing. And guess what? Spain ultimately clinches the World Cup victory. Number 7. In 1981, VfL Wolfsburg faced off against Werder Bremen, and things were about to get heated. Ewald Lianen, with the ball at his feet, tried to pull off a dribble past Sigmund. But hold up, what's this? Sigmund's iron studs slice through Lianen's thigh like a hot knife through butter. Yikes! The injury's so gnarly I can't even show you the pics. Lianen's out for 4 weeks and he's not taking this lying down. He sues Sigmund and Otto Rehagel, the coach of Werder Bremen, claiming Rehagel encouraged foul play. And guess what? The lawsuit doesn't pan out, but the drama's far from over. In the return match, Rehagel sits on the bench wearing a bulletproof vest. Yep, you heard it right. Death threats were flying left, right and centre. Number 6. Here's Birmingham City taking on Arsenal, and Martin Taylor's about to make headlines for all the wrong reasons. In a brutal tackle against Eduardo, Taylor's force is so intense it leaves Eduardo with a broken tibia and fibula. Ouch! The incident's so harrowing that TV replays refuse to show it. Taylor gets slapped with a 3-match suspension, but the aftermath? It's downright chilling. Taylor receives death threats, highlighting the intensity of emotion stirred by such brutal fouls. As for Eduardo, despite returning to the field after a lengthy recovery, he's never quite the same. Number 5. Stoke City was up against Arsenal, and Ryan Shawcross was about to make headlines in the worst possible way. In a duel against Aaron Ramsey, Shawcross's challenge ended in horror as he broke Ramsey's leg. With a red card in hand, Shawcross was slapped with a 3-match suspension, but the fallout? It was intense. Arsenal's manager, Arsene Wenger, and the entire team were fuming. Ramsey, just 19 years old at the time, was on the rise in the football world, and many feared his career was over before it had even begun. Number 4. Athletic Bilbao and Barcelona, 2 giants clashing in the Spanish football scene. It's 1983, and tensions are running high as Bilbao claims the championship, while Barcelona secures the cup. But when the 2 powerhouses face off in the new season, it's a clash of football worlds. Barcelona, the skillful Catalans, against Bilbao's toughbacks. With Barcelona leading 2-0, Maradona, the football legend himself, receives the ball in midfield. But hold up! Goicoechea launches a brutal tackle from behind, shattering Maradona's ankles. Yep, Maradona was sidelined for months, while Goicoechea, he's hit with an 18-match suspension. Number 3. It's 2006, and Manchester City takes on Portsmouth, and let me tell you, things are about to get heated. After a corner kick, Mendes from Portsmouth rushes to clear the ball, but hold up, out of nowhere, Thatcher delivers a brutal elbow to his face. Mendes loses consciousness, and it's chaos on the field as he's rushed to the hospital. But Thatcher only gets a yellow card. What does it take to get a red card in England? Later, Thatcher faces the music with an 8-match suspension from the Football Association and a hefty fine from his own club, Manchester City. Yep, justice served. Number 2. In 1982, France squared off against Germany in the World Cup semi-finals. You could call it a golden opportunity for France, but out of nowhere, goalkeeper Schumacher charges at Battiston, delivering a bone-crushing blow that knocks him out cold. Battiston loses several teeth and suffers a spinal injury. It's one of the worst fouls ever witnessed. And Schumacher doesn't even receive a card, not even a measly yellow one. Germany may have won the semi-final, but they ultimately fell to Italy in the final showdown. Finally, number 1. In September 1997, Manchester United faced off against Leeds. Roy Keane and Alf Inge Haaland, or rather Erling Haaland's father, found themselves in the midst of a heated rivalry. Clashes between them were a dime a dozen, but this one, unforgettable. 5 minutes before the final whistle, Keane attempted to trip Haaland, but in a cruel twist of fate, he ended up injuring himself, tearing his cruciate ligament. Fast forward 3.5 years later, and the stage was set for a rematch. Only this time, Haaland was donning the colours of Manchester City, United's eternal rivals. Keane's thirst for revenge was palpable, and when the opportunity presented itself, he lunged at Haaland with a vengeance in his heart, earning himself a red card, a 3-match suspension, and a hefty fine. Now, after going through all these instances, what do you guys think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below! And hey, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your mates. Hey, why not hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more awesome content? Until next time guys, stay awesome, stay tuned, and catch you in the next episode.